Hello everyone. In this lecture I am going to discuss about the new topic, passing structure to function. So in the previous lecture we have already covered that how to use array of structure. In this lecture we will only concentrate how to pass a structure to function. If already we know what is structure, how can I declare a structure, and we also know, we have already covered in previous earlier, we have already covered regarding the function. So how to pass an argument to a function, so whether it is call by value or call by reference. This implementation we can also going to use in case of structure also. So we can pass the C structure to a function three ways. First one, we can pass each of the item of the structure as a function parameter or argument. Okay. So first is passing each item of the structure, as a function argument. So this approach is very rarely used because it is similar to passing normal value as an argument. It is very easy to implement because we already know how to pass individual element to a function, and we don't use this approach because if the size of a structure is a bit larger, then our life becomes miserable. Okay. So it is rarely used. And the second option is, second way we can pass a structure, that is pass the whole structure as a value. Pass the whole structure as a value. And third one is, we can also pass the address of structure. Pass the address of the structure. That means that is pass by reference. So passing structure to a function means I want to pass individual structure element, or we can pass entire structure as an argument to a function, or we can pass the address of the structure. So there are three ways we can pass a structure to a function. So that's all about is this topic, and I am going to discuss each of the way through coding examples so that you can understand it very well. To coding session. In this coding session I will show how to pass a structure member to a function, how to pass the whole structure as a function, whole structure as a value, how to pass the address of the structure, that is call by reference. We have already discussed. So let's continue with the let's start with the first example, passing structure member to function. It's a very simple one. Okay. So in this example I have taken a function. This is the prototype of the function. Name of the function is add, and it takes two arguments. One of the argument is int and another argument is also int. Okay, and then main function. So this is function declaration, that is prototype of this function. Okay, so this is prototype of this function. This is prototype of this function. That line, int at, name of the function is at, and it take two argument. One of our first argument is integer and second argument also integer, and this is my structure. So name of the structure is addition. It take int a comma b, so that means two integer variable a and b, and another integer variable, that is c. Why I am using another integer variable, it will show, I will show it later. So right now the name of the structure variable is sum. Okay, then semicolon. This is my structure, and within the main function, first we have to take the argument value for a. Printf, enter the value of a, scanf ampersand sum dot a. Sum is my variable name, structure variable name, dot a, you already know that. Okay, if I want to access any member of a structure, then we have to use the variable name, structure variable name, dot the member name. That's struct dot a for to assign or initialize the value of a. Okay, similarly we have assigned the value of b also. Enter the value of b. Then we call a function. Name of the function is add, and when we are calling a function, we are just passing the member, individual member. Here sum dot a is a member, sum dot b is a member. Okay, you know that a is a member, b is a member, or you can say structure element. So when we are calling this function, we are just passing the individual member as an argument, and whatever the value has to be returned by this add function, that will be assigned to this variable, structure variable sum dot c. So that's why I have taken another variable integer c, or you can say result. Okay, so result will be automatically assigned to this sum dot c variable. Understood? C is a member. So in this way we can declare, in this way we can call, or we can pass the entire structure as an argument to a function. That the remaining line is very simple. This is the function name. This is the function name. So whenever we are just calling, here I am calling sum dot a. Here I am calling just sum dot a. Okay, and that value will be assigned to this variable x, and sum dot b, that value will be assigned to y, right? And sum dot a value will be assigned to x. Then integer sum is another variable within this function, and it's a local variable. So sum 1 equal to x plus y. Suppose the value is a equal to 10 and b equal to 20, so that means 10 will be assigned to x. So x equal to, right now, that is 10, and y equal to, for example, this is 20, right? So then sum equal to 10 plus 20, that is 30, and it will return 30. So here we are returning the integer variable. So that value will be assigned to this, sum c, right? So this is the simple one. Okay, so let me execute this example. So name of the function, name of the file is struct func.1.c. So gcc gcc, what is the file name? Struct, struct, struct func sun 1.c. okay, then -o, the new file name, for example sf1. okay, so compilation is done, see no error. So let me execute with the new file name sf1. Sorry, let me execute sf1. Okay. So enter the value of a, for example 10. Enter the value of b, for example 34, right? So the output is 10 plus, the output is 10 plus, that is a b equal to 34, a equal to 10, and that is the output is 44, right? So this is the simple way how to pass a structure member as an argument. This is the simple way. Okay, let's move to the second one. So the function, so in this example I want to pass the entire structure as a function. I want to pass the entire structure as a function, right? Passing the entire structure as a function. So I am taking the same example so that you can understand it very well. This is my structure, and this is the name of the function. Here the prototype is different. Look at that, the prototype different. In the previous example we have seen that we have to pass two arguments. One of the argument was int, second argument also was int. But in this example I am just passing one of the argument. The name of the argument is sum, and here sum is the structure variable. So that is the difference between the earlier one and this one. Okay, so this part is same as it is the previous one. I have to take the value of s1 dot a, value of a, value of b. Then that is the difference. When we call this function, we have just used add, and within the as an argument we are just passing the variable s1. So passing the entire structure as an argument to the function. So compare with this one, passing the entire structure as an argument to the function, right? And now look at the function definition. Simple one. I am just I have just declared a function. Name of the function is add, and it is doing the same thing, just only sum is the structure variable and s is a structure variable. So s dot a is my first element or first value. Enter the value of a, and s dot b is my second value, and then the addition will take place and it will assign to the variable is sum1, and that is the local variable. Then since the return type of this function is void, so the value will be printed here, right? So only difference is if I want to pass entire structure as an argument, we have to just pass name of the structure variable, and from this structure variable we can access by using dot operator the individual element. Okay, let me execute this code so you can understand. So let me execute. Let me clear the first one. So name of the function is gcc, name of the class name is, file name is struct struct func2.c. This is my file name. -o dot -o, then new name. So stf is my new file name. Compilation is done. So let me execute stf. Okay, enter the value of a, for example 23, enter the value of b, for example 25, and I am getting 48. I am getting 48. So how to pass the entire structure as a function argument. Now come to the third example. So how to pass the structure, or how to pass the address of the structure, that means pass by reference. Here in this example, how to pass the entire structure, address of the infrastructure by using pointer. So this example you have to take care of that, because here we have used the pointer. You know that pointer is a variable. So in this example we have to take care about the pointer. You know that pointer is a variable which can hold the address of another variable. If you don't know about the pointer, please go through the pointer chapter so that you can understand this example well. So here in this example I am going to pass structure to function in by address. So that means we have to pass the address of a structure, not individual name element, not by value. We are not going to pass any structure element by value or individual element. Just only we want to pass the entire structure address, or you can say structure address. So look at the example. Here this is my structure. So the name of the structure is student, and it contains three fields. One of the field is called, or structure element is id, then name, then percentage. So that means student id, student name, and how much percentage of marks, that will be float. Okay, grade id is float. So look at the function declaration. Here we are just passing the structure, student is structure, struct student, then asterisk record. Record is my name of the structure variable. You can see from here I have declared the structure here, and we have declared a record is a structure variable, and I am going to pass this address of this variable. That's why star here. Okay, so this function is going to access the address, so that's why start record. Okay, next we are assign the value id record dot id equal to 1. Then we have pass a name. For example, name is Raju. You can use also printf or scanf statement. By using printf and scanf statement, we can also take the string from keyboard. Here I have just used string copy cpy, string copy strcpy, because you already know that how to use the string function. So string copy function is used, and this value Raju will be assigned to this to a record dot name. Then I have passed record dot percentage 86.5. So this part of the program you can take any value by using input also. So this is a sample program, that's why I have just take the initialize the fixed value. You can take any value from your example. You can take any input value from keyboard, and you can do the same thing by using printf and scanf statement. You can get all the value. So I have just assigned the value here, and after that look at the function funct, name of the function. You can see from here. So this is my function name funct. When we call, let me clear all those things. When I have to call, this is the name of the function func, and when we call this function, we are just passing the address ampersand, then name of the structure variable. That means we are going to pass the address of this structure variable. So I am not going to pass the entire structure, I am going to pass the address of the entire structure. Okay, right? So when we pass this one, this value is going to this variable, pointer variable. So this is my pointer variable. I have already discussed that pointer is a variable which is going to hold the address of another variable. So that address will be put to this variable record. Okay. So and within this function, this is my function, and within this function, this is my function. Within this function, if I want to access, for example, ID. So we know that when we want to access a variable by using dot operator or by using array operator. So where record, when we are going to use, when we are generally use the pointer, then we go for the array operator. So record array symbol change to ID, record array operator, then name. So it will print my ID, it will print my name, then it will print, similarly it will print the percentage. This that all about this program, how to pass the structure, or we can say how to pass the address of a structure to a function, right? So let me execute this code. This is my terminal, and name of the function is, so GCC, let me clear all those things. So my class name, file name is struct_fun3.c. So GCC, my file name struct struct fun3.c, then -o, then for example stf3. You can give any name. So the compilation is done. After that, if I want to execute, we have to use .form/, then new file name. What is my new file name? stf3. This is my new file name. So ID is 1 and name is Raju and percentage is 86. So if this is my output, according to this input. So if you want to change or you want to give so many output, then you can see that I have to take the all input from keyboard so that we can continue with this example. So that's all about the how to pass a structure to a function as an argument. So we have seen that we have used structure element individually, we pass to a function, we pass the entire structure by value, we pass the entire structure as an address. So this is the last example, pass, or you can say call by reference address or pass by reference, we can say that. And next lecture we are going to discuss, I'm going to discuss about the structure padding and structure packing. Okay, what does mean the structure padding and what is structure packing, I will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.